Michael in Perth, Australia writes to me, and he says, currently I'm using an integrated solid-state amp and a tube preamplifier. Both have volume controls. Some say use the last volume control in the chain, but something tells me that the tube preamp needs some headroom. So how to find a sweet spot considering gain and two volume controls? How to choose the right gain in my solid state considering my tube pre gives 12 dB of gain? Well, if it were me and I had a solid state amplifier with a volume control and a vacuum tube preamplifier with a volume control, I would absolutely use the preamplifier for my main volume control. I would set my volume on my amplifier to something close to where I got about 26, 27 dB of gain, and that would make it kind of normal. And then I would use the volume control on the vacuum tube preamplifier. And the reason you'd want to do that is kind of what you implied here, right? With a volume control, you want to have it as high as you possibly can. So volume controls sound, as you start attenuating, they sound worse. And the less you attenuate, the better they sound. So one way to look at that would be, well, okay, well, then I should turn my preamplifier all the way up and then have this down and then turn this up and down. And one way or the other, you're going to be turning one down and one up. So if you have a choice between the two, do the preamplifier, because as you're going to have to be turning that up, and to get that 30 dB of gain over here, you're going to be fairly close to the top of the range of your power amp. Might even be all the way up. So I think that's more your ideal situation, because for loud listening, you're going to be mostly all the way up. You'll be 2/3, 3/4 of the way up on your preamplifier, and that's the sweet spot for an attenuator. Absolutely the sweet spot for an attenuator. So, and also, as you brought up, the headroom, you're going to be making your preamp a bit happier, having more through it, since vacuum tubes, having their very high voltage supply, are able to handle far more than your solid state amp is. So I don't know, it's technically, it's kind of the same thing, but just sonically, I'm thinking you're going to be better off with the preamp. All right? There you go. Thanks. Bye.